Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night wherever in the world you are watching from. My name is George the Phailhaus Marriott, and joining me tonight, as always, is the ever fantastic and insightful Alex Lemmy Smash Moore.
Thanks for the introduction.
Good evening, Alex.
Excellent introduction.
I'll move the monitor the right way.
Excellent, good job.
Yes, welcome to Pauper, a format we know so much about.
We know very, very, very little about Pauper.
There's commons in this format.
Exclusively.
Yes.
Exclusively commons.
Although we may be seeing uncommon versions of cards.
Or rare versions.
Yes, it's very strange. But not mythics.
Not.
There are no mythics that have
there are
also...
no mythics.
Oh, no, there are. No, there are. We might if someone is playing Sarah Angel.
I don't think Sarah Angel's ever been printed a mythic.
Yeah, it has. It's in From the Vaults. It has a mythic rarity.
Okay.
It is classed as mythic. I'm pretty sure it has. I'm reasonably sure it's the only card to be printed at every single rarity, but I feel like that's only because of online.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like a Masters edition had it at common.
Like a Vintage Masters.
No, like Mitgo Masters.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
right.
the way they originally put dual lands on Modo. Anyway, we actually have people already shuffling up. Look at that.
Hey.
Ian Arnold on the left. I know that because he's using his signature pink dead box. And I'm reasonably sure Ezra doesn't have such long and luscious hair.
It's a good suggestion. It's a good...
And we know what Ian is on. He, I believe, is on the box deck mainly because I bought some cards for him that were Ethereal Arms.
Yeah, he's been picking some cards up after the last couple of days.
Sprawls. So I've now bought like 12 Utopia Sprawls.
Nice.
In
total.
Yeah, overall, I have bought 12 Utopia Sprawls.
Nice.
So we get a time started in a minute or so.
Sure.
But how much do we know about this format?
We did... So I came around to yours and we did a session of Modo, Pauper. We
played 2 games of Pauper.
We played 2 games of Pauper.
In which I shame scooped once, because I can't play Magic sometimes.
Yes, because we did Ghastly Demise wrong or something?
I tried to Ghastly Demise a thing, and it had more toughness than cards in our graveyard, and therefore it just kind of didn't have a Ghastly Demise, it just kind of existed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun.
It went well.
Yeah, it went alright. It went deceivably okay. And then we did a draft that was much better.
Yeah.
That's generally how it goes.
Yes.
Except when we played standard throwback showdowns, but that's a story for in between rounds. I'm hoping we're going to get Pat on stage as well, because then I can bring him through for some Pat chat.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag Pat chat.
Hashtag Pat chat. As ever.
And, you know, ready for the inevitable podcast of me, you and Pat. In which I say incredibly inaccurate things about Magic cards. And everyone else goes, no.
Maybe not.
I will decree cards are unplayable. They'll turn out to be worth a lot of money, like, say, Dig Through Time.
Oh, yeah.
Card was thoroughly unplayable. I think everyone knows that fact at this point.
If you can, the PP, what was it? Pre-release, you and Reese were streaming.
Yeah, that was the Fate Reforged pre-release.
Fate Reforged stream pre-release.
So Ezra has an artifact in his hand, but I don't know what he's playing.
Viridian Longbow.
He's playing Elves.
No, he's playing a Simic. He has a Simic bounce land as well, and an island.
Okay. Could he be on Robotron?
That's a Viridian Longbow.
Yes, off island. A Theros island.
It's a strong start from Ezra.
I often find Theros island is the best start.
And a Boggle from Ian.
It's actually a...
Glade Cover Scout.
There we go. I was going to say Glade Cover Elf. But it is an elf.
It is in fact an elf.
Yeah, there we go. I'm guessing Ezra has blue in his mana pool. And no longer.
It hasn't mattered.
Yeah, no need. So yeah, Pauper's a sweet format. I quite enjoy it.
It is a sweet format. I enjoy it very much. Ian doesn't look like he has any white land in his hand, but does have an abundant growth.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like he has any white spells either.
Okay, so completely fine.
Hey, this is Ethereal. That's a really good draw.
That's probably the one to lead with, right?
No, you lead with Rancor.
Right?
Yeah, because you're okay with Ethereal being countered. Whereas Rancor is just kind of silly as a Magic card. Because if Ezra somehow kills your dude, oh look, I got this Rancor.
Yeah, true.
That's presence of... Oh no, it's not. It's just like Primal Vigor or something.
What does it do?
It enchants a land. And
is it Wild Growth?
It could well be Wild Growth. Let's try an art match. You do not spell Wild Growth with an E.
It's...
I'm looking for a more recent border, but I don't have one.
1, 2, 3,
Well, that's double
4, 5, 6,
rank.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
8. Yep.
So this is just looking like budget modern boggles.
Ezra needs to do a thing, otherwise he will just lose.
That's anticipate in the end step.
In the end step. So it is a wild growth, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. All right, it's going to be from a set.
It's a black bordered one.
It's none of these. It's none
What
of
cards
these.
do wild growth that isn't wild growth? Chat, help.
Yeah. If anyone, Gary is in the chat. Just wants to help us like in a pre-release.
Please God help. We have no idea what this card is.
Oh my god. I can't do it on here, can I? Gatherer. Enchantland.
Enchantland.
Enchantland. I come from Enchantland. I should have just said green.
There's this thing as well.
If only we could see.
If only we knew what Ezra's cards were. We're
It's
great
going to be
at
a
this.
fun... So, those cards you played.
Those cards you
were
played.
they? Fertile Ground.
A Fertile Ground, which is essentially...
Well, it is wild growth,
It's
but
wild
it
growth.
enchants everything. And it makes the mana of any colour that lands... No, it makes the mana of any colour.
That's one mana of any colour in addition... Okay, cool. So crucially, Ezra has played a creature with stats by the look of it.
It's probably...
Is it a wall?
That's definitely a wall.
Is this the one with Is this one of the ones with transmute? It looks Ravnica-y. The symbol looks
It looks
Ravnica-y.
Ravnica-y.
It looks Ravnica-y.
I like the way you're saying the symbol looks Ravnica-y because you can identify the symbol, but not the card.
I can't identify any
That's
single...
another ethereal armor.
That's game 2.
So Ian, when he played Modern, he does have another Modern deck, but he had to sell his Modern deck to me, which was Boggles.
Fair enough.
I had an awful lot of fun murdering people with Boggles, but there is a card called Farmstead, and it is absolutely terrible. I just want to... This has no bearing on this at all, because it's a rare. Let me just add a new screen capture region. Okay, Alex, I want you to rate the rare Farmstead.
So Farmstead is a white enchant land. Target land's controller gains 1 life if white is spent during that controller's upkeep. You cannot gain more than 1 life. Oh my god, that's bad.
But look at them chickens.
Dem chickens dough.
Sorry.
Do you know how much? Did you remember how much mana Ezra spent to cast this weird blue creature that we saw?
3.
Was it 3? Let's go through phone.
Okay, can we find it before they begin? Ezra is, I just think, on blue-green.
It's just UG.
I think it's a ramp deck. Like,
It looks like a ramp deck, but also plays Viridian Longbow.
what does Longbow do again?
It's a pingy equipment. These
Oh,
are
okay,
L
yeah.
spell up.
Damn it, I pressed the wrong button. I meant to press Gatherer. So it was blue, and we think it had Defender. Okay, no, I'm going to go with
It was
cards.
this.
Brackwater Elemental. Right, let's bring it up.
I am 98% sure that it was this.
I like the way it's 98% sure. I'm not going to lie, that's a really...
Brackwater Elemental does this.
Yeah, it's a pretty good card. It's a 3-mana 4/4. It would have kept Ezra alive, but
Yeah.
Ian had a second ethereal armor.
Yeah.
Generally good enough. It's the guy from Return to Ravnica. When after it attacks, you return it to your hand. Something Phantasm.
Leyline Phantasm.
Yeah, that was a great card in Limited.
There's a dragon that does... No, there's a dragon that shovels itself back into the library.
No, there's also a dragon that does this.
Yes, it's a red one. It's
From
from
Avacyn Restored.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
people in the tournament are playing Magic again.
we're talking about irrelevant cards. Because the one from Avacyn Restored is a rare.
Ezra leading with a solid ponder, which Ian has to read for some reason.
Because Ian wasn't playing Magic during Innistrad. Innistrad Scars block.
I was just, but I still know what Ponder does.
Do you play Legacy?
I play Dredge. I don't read my opponent's cards.
Do you know what your opponent's cards do?
Yes, I do.
Ian plays Standard.
True.
Have you also drafted a cube? You've probably seen
I have also drafted a cube.
Oh, look, it's a legendary opener for Boggles. It's a brand new Utopia Sprawl.
Whoa.
Did he name a colour?
Probably.
I'm guessing he named white.
I'd assume so. Ian's also picked up a natural state, which is going to kill. That's wild growth.
That's Wild Growth, yeah. That's not the best art one, which is the dude looking confused next to a flower.
Yeah, I do like that.
Which is this one.
Ta-da!
Ooh!
So a Boggle plus Ethereal Armor from Ian, who's
That was
one land hand.
Well, that was a one land naming white, so that was. I'm going to tap my land and do these.
So 3 mana. That's
Trinket
a
Mage.
Trinket Mage. That's going to go find him an
Viridian
artifact
Longbow.
with CMC 1 or less. So an artifact land, or more likely a Viridian Longbow, which we've already seen.
The original Kiki Jiki deck by John Land, Freaky Deaky gets Kiki Jiki. Kiki Jiki gets Freaky Deaky used to play this with the artifact lands as a way to always have something to find, and then a couple of other things like a Pyrite Spellbomb and stuff.
Nice.
Just as a piece of value, like.
Speaking of, that's a spell bomb.
Yeah, that is the green one because it has green in the art.
Find out what it does.
What's it called again though?
I don't know. Type in spell bomb.
It's Viridian Spellbomb, I believe. Life Spark.
Life Spark spell bomb. It does this.
It makes a land a 3/3.
It makes a land a dude.
Or you can draw a card.
Okay. Why is Ezra playing that card?
Because it says draw a card or 3/3 creature that's still a land.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he drew land. He drew the land. It's a Rancor.
Oh dear.
And he's going to natural state Ethereal Armor. No. He didn't have another spell for white.
It doesn't really matter.
No, that's an awful lot of damage. Okay, take one less. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
'Cause
8, 9.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a 1/1.
Drop another land?
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll go correct that. Because Ezra needs to understand he's not at 13.
Yep. So we've got another wild growth by the looks. Is this creature a 1/2 for any reason? Is it a 1/2?
It's 2/2.
It's a 2/2. I thought it was
It's
1/1.
got decent stats.
It's got stats. It's dude with stats.
It's got stats. Kind of.
Let's just put another wild growth on his forest and is embracing death.
That's a way to put things. He's played another wild growth, but is embracing death.
I'd be embracing death if I was an Ezra Shoes. He's just been hit down to 4.
Well, 4's not 0.
4 is not 0. He's 4 points above 0.
The first 19 points of life don't matter. It's the last one that kills you.
True.
As someone who's played an awful lot of Dark Confidants, I have embraced that fully.
Let's see if Ezra's going to do anything with his manias.
Well, he's got a fog.
Floating. Does he have fog?
Look,
Whoa,
that's
cool.
definitely fog.
No, that's fog. That's true.
That's like M13 fog.
Ezra's picked up a land.
It's not the best fog art. I'll tell you that. Because there is incredibly depressing fog art.
In his hand, Ezra appears to be holding that spell bomb.
That's just the First World War.
Oh, God.
That guy also has a bat. Like a baseball bat.
Yeah, he does. And this is that weird wall thing again.
That's not Phantasm.
That's not what it is it?
That's not Brackenwild Elemental.
That's not what that is.
Back to the phone.
It's Drifter Phantasms. No, it's Wanderer's Transmute.
Yeah, well done. It's a
Remember
0/5 with Defender and Flying.
I knew it. Why
But
is he playing this card? It transmutes for
Ian
3.
also has exactly 4 damage in play. Why did he play it? Why didn't he just fog? That's exactly 9. So he blocks 5 and it goes to 0. Right, let's go get him in for a chat.
Let's get both of them so we can find out what the hell Ezra's doing.
Yeah, Ezra, what's the deck?
Are you going to go get him?
I'll go and come back as well. We'll have a proper chat for a bit before I disappear.
What?
We're all doing it.
I think he's gone. Right. So I've just got an impulse. That's a freed from the real. Oh, he's playing a combo deck. It's like a freed from the real. Make a land into a dude. Make infinite mana. Okay. Sure. So that, by the looks of it, is what I was just trying to do. Animate a land, stick that on the land, or tap it for mana, use mana to untap it, generate infinite mana, and then do something. Oh, Viridian Longbow, I guess. And infinitely ping his opponent to death. Okay. I like what Ezra's trying to do. Too slow for the boggles.
So we have a name for this segment. So you know how it was Pat Chat?
Yeah.
Welcome to Morse code.
Nice. Nice. Back to this. You can see how horrifically untidy this is.
If you'd just like to make some room at the back.
Ezra, you'll notice I pulled up this card. I saw you were going through your thing.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
I
a
worked
combo.
out how your thing works.
Yeah, it's that and Wind Zendikon.
Yeah, is there a leg in the way?
Or presumably you can activate it with the life spark thing as
Yeah,
well.
life spike problem works.
Let's spell them to make it into a dude.
Yeah,
So hang on. Is that just not going to work at all?
that'll work. That's fine.
Is that going to work? Can you
Yeah.
fit there in?
Yeah, it works.
So
And it also frames really, really well.
life spark spellbomb or Zendikar thingy. Put
Zendikon, yeah.
Wind spot. Blah, blah, blah. Wind Zendikon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So make it land into a dude.
Make a land to it.
Put freed from the reel onto thing.
Yep.
Generate more than 1 mana. Use
Yep.
1 mana to untap it.
Yep.
Rinse repeat.
Yep.
Find Viridian Longbow. Place
Murder.
Viridian Longbow on your thing. Kill opponents.
So the cards you didn't see were the reason I have a transmute spell in my deck is that I can transmute
Find that.
for transmute for Freed from the Wheel. I can
Yeah.
transmute for Gift of Paradise.
Yeah.
I
I
can
can
try and break all these cards.
I can transmute for Trinket Mage to find my Horizon Spellbomb or my Viridian Longbow,
Smooth.
and I can transmute for Valakut Invoker.
What does Valakut Invoker do?
Valakut Invoker is the main win condition of the deck. It's
We'll find it. Hang on.
2 and a red for a creature. I think it's a 2/2.
Yep.
2/3,
2-3.
and you just
Murder them.
pay 8 to dome
love
them.
it.
Wow.
Excellent. Weird little combo deck.
There you go. So I was correct in listing your deck as blue-green.
Yeah, more or less. Pro tip: hold up fog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good when you're at 4 life and you play a 0-5 to block your opponent's 9/9 trampler. Or
I'm
bigger
bad
than
at
9/9
maths.
or 9 power trampler.
We all have moments like that. Magic wouldn't be magic without mistakes.
Fair enough.
I'm entirely new to the format, so that was an interesting first
I-
jump in.
I very much enjoyed your turn 1 play of your turn 2 play of Abundant Growth with no white cards in hand, drawing your white card.
Yeah, that was,
It was like,
pretty good.
well there. Super good. And so now that's skill. That's real skill.
That's
Yep,
a
I
skill
just
play.
knew there was going to be an ethereal armor somewhere. I
I
know
know.
I'm fine to chunk one green creature or one
It
green
was-
enchantment down a turn. But
Alex's statement was, so Ian seems to have a lot of has no white mana, and I was like, it's fine, he doesn't have any white spells. It's like he doesn't need white mana at the moment. His plan is Boggle thing plus
Yeah,
Rancor punch.
Exactly.
You had many Rancors.
Did
angry
I did
man.
get 2 Rancors and at least an Ethereal
He was-
in each game.
He was also quite armoured.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
it was like watching the opening of every modern Boggles game ever.
Yeah.
In Boggle,
Boggle
Rancor
turn 2.
armour. And then there wasn't, unfortunately, Bramaz's new scarf to follow it up.
There's no
No, I
video
don't
of the veil.
think.
No, thank God. No, but there's
True.
a lot more edicts at instant speed in
That
this
is very
format
true.
than modern.
I'm
Yes,
terrified.
yeah.
I'm terrified to play against Patrick because I hear he's playing a lot.
His deck's got
of
3 or 4 edicts in it. It's not that many. The problem is he can tutor. For
Yeah, the
them.
problem is they're all
But he
instants
should-
and
he
plays
should-
mystical teaching.
He should also be dead.
True. If he's
Like, I'm going to point
Yeah.
out, if he's casting mystical teachings, the game's going an awfully long time.
yeah,
Let's just stop a timer because we don't really need it.
true.
What time have we got? That's the question.
And 23 minutes on the round, and Patrick is playing. So
So the round will go to time every
not
single,
every time,
single
just
time.
some of them.
A large amount of the time.
Yeah,
Only if
but
Patrick wants to win.
yeah, but when we played it, we finished real quick due to the shame scoop.
Yeah.
Gotta love a shame scoop.
We were also playing Delver. Patrick's just playing hardcore.
Oh yeah,
teachings.
he's playing teachings. We weren't playing teachings.
No.
Did you hear about the shame scoop that came on Modern last Friday from me?
No.
My worst. To give a little bit of background, I'm freshly back into Modern after about a year of not playing anything. I am playing mono white humans, and
Yes.
I'm playing against a deck that plays a lot of Snapcaster mages.
Yeah.
And about turn 2, I get down a Graph Digger. He's already got a couple of things in it. It makes sense. It's all good. About turn 9, after a couple of board wipes, opponents on blue-white control, I draw off the top and I shame scoop because I've drawn Return to the Ranks, which I sided in as well as Graph Digger's Cage.
Smooth.
Which, if you're listening and don't know, Graph Digger's Cage will not allow creatures to enter the battlefield from the graveyard, and Return to the Ranks returns X 2 CMC or less creature cards from the graveyard to the battlefield, and has Convoke. And it was literally the only thing that could get me back into a game against blue-white control that far behind. He tapped out, and it would have probably been game the next turn if I'd played it. Happy little shame scoop.
So that I will tell a story that doesn't relate to any useful format anymore because this is from M13 Limited.
Nice.
So you know, only a good 5 years old. This is my friend Gareth, who we all know and love,
We do.
playing against Pro Tour Hall of Famer, 7-time Pro Tour champion Kai Buda
Okay.
on Magic the Gathering online. This isn't what was like
Oh,
a
wow.
draft where they just happen to be playing together. So yeah, they're playing Magic Online. Gareth has the 2/2 Stealer Secrets. When it hits them, you draw a card, and the Avon who jumps a guy. So that's pretty good.
Sure. Yeah, it's a good combo.
Yeah. Kai's at 2 life.
Yes.
He also has the thing that makes all of your opponent's creatures into illusions with the clause when they become the target of a spell or ability that you have to sacrifice them.
It was a giant enchantment thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Gareth goes to combat and attacks with both of his creatures. At which point the Avon targets his other dude, causing it to sacrifice itself. Gareth concedes the match and drops from the draft. Kai is dead.
Wow.
We would have never known about this ever, except from Kai took a screenshot and posted it to a German Magic Facebook, a German Magic forum, which someone who now lives in America but is from Norwich saw and sent to Tom Forrestal, who's a Norwich player,
Yeah.
and then showed it to us in the pub that night. And we were like, "That's Kai. That's Gareth." And we asked Gareth, and he was like, "No, that wasn't me." And we were like, "It's your username." He's like, "No, I don't know what you mean." But he just shame scooped an entire draft in which he was about to be. This was game 1.
Wow.
So it's not like he was losing the game. He just legit scooped a draft. Having now lived with Gareth for a year, yeah, he entered one of the throwback events, didn't get the deck he wanted, dropped, re-entered it, didn't get the drop he wanted, and dropped that from that and just went to bed.
Wow.
And I was like, It was a really good way to drink a bottle of wine. He was like, I really want to get Rebels. Got Tog instead. Started playing, it was like, I'm bored. Conceded. And I was like, what's wrong with you?
Wow.
He did the throwback Standard Gauntlet we did. And he was like, I want the blue-white control deck. And all I got given was Bang Company and Mono Blue Devotion. And I was like, oh no, you got given good decks and the thing with only good decks. He's like, I don't like Mono Blue. How much did you play of it? I didn't.
Wow. Amazing.
$10. $10 to drop. He played the Bang Company one. I went like 2-1. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing.
As a slight aside, you mentioned Rebels. Pauper Rebels was the other deck I was considering for tonight.
Yeah, counter. I'm very tempted to buy a Pauper deck and build counter rebel.
Counter Rebels.
Counter Rebel.
So you play.
Oh, rebel!
You play a variety of really bad white creatures which search up other really bad white creatures. The advantage just being that you can do it at instant speed. It doesn't require you to cast spells once you've got the first one in play.
Okay.
So you just don't do anything else.
There's some cracking tutorable targets in Pauper.
Ooh.
So, for example, Bound in Silence, which is a 3-mana pacifism, which happens to have the subtype Rebel, which against your deck, for example, I can search up and you put it into
on.
play,
Yeah.
so it doesn't actually target the creature.
Yeah,
so
it just comes
I can
into play
pacify
on
a
it.
Slippery Boggle with my Mighty Rebel deck
At instant speed.
at instant
Yeah.
speed.
Holy.
What's the name of this rebel that shoots things?
There's loads of them.
So there's
All rebels have it,
You
right?
start not all of them. You
No.
start out with Ramosian Sergeant, I think is the first
Yeah,
card, which is a 1-drop, which tutors for 2 drops.
Yeah, and the 2-drop does.
There's a Defiant Falcon, which is a 2-drop 1/1 flyer, which tutors for up to a 3-drop. And then you have is it Amru Scout,
Yeah.
which is a 2/1 for 2 with the same ability to tutor for 3-drop rebels or less.
Yeah.
There are some other great cracking ones. There's a 2/1 flyer with protection from red for
Nice.
3. A 2/1 flyer with protection from black for 3.
Nice.
Strong magic.
I will point out that this doesn't sound strong, but this is one of the most powerful strategies in Magic's history. There is a reason there is a Pro Tour called Pro Tour Lin Civi.
I mean, admittedly, we don't
You
get
can't
access to
play
Lin
Lin Civi for such good reasons. But no, generally it's always like the rebels always search for 1 extra mana cost than themselves. Why have you pressed that button when you can just do this?
I got an MTG go first if I can find a rebels deck.
Yeah,
That way we can.
makes sense.
They're all in the right same place.
There are some, like I said, there are some cracking rebels on there.
Yeah, it's such a good
Sounds
series
like a
of decks.
fantastically janked deck.
We're in England, that doesn't matter.
Slow.
What was this?
The FCC is voting to repeal net neutrality so that ISPs in America can charge for people accessing specific websites, which does affect us, but we can't affect it.
Sure.
So I really don't care.
Any time I can play Squadron Hawk in a
No, there is no list on here.
There's no rebels. Wow.
that well known.
I might have stuck one on tapped out at some point, but beyond that, you're going to struggle to be honest. I had a heck of a time trying to find a list when I was first brewing this up about, year and a half ago.
Wait for Google.
Other great cards you can play, because you're playing blue-white, you are actually a good brainstorm deck in Pauper because you can shuffle your library after brainstorming. So you get to play some
Sounds
seriously
good.
powerful magic there. You play cards like...
Good cards.
You get to play Counterspell.
You get...
You can play Rewind to allow you to both counterspell and have mana to use your rebel searches.
Whoa. the power plays
The
from
power
Pauper
plays.
Rebels.
I know it works. 2014? 2016?
Try that one.
Has it changed since 2014?
Yeah, well,
No, it wouldn't have.
maybe.
No rebels have been released.
No, the mana base would have changed.
No, it's will change quite a lot.
Sure.
So you got... let me just quickly capture this. So this is the list that I just found on Google.
Yeah.
It's not playing. No, yeah.
Also, you get some great creature types like Kithkin Rebel Scout.
Nice. Love
Even
it.
Rift Watcher, next card down. That is it's basically Kitchen Finks.
That's a
Bird
rebel?
Rebel Soldier.
Yeah.
It's Bird Person.
It's third person, and also basically Kitchen Finks in Pauper.
And it has Vanishing 3.
Nice.
Defiant Falcon, which is the
Searches up
worst
stuff.
art. That's
Bird
still
Rebel.
worse.
Shouldn't be playing that.
That's
Either way.
terrible. Ooh, Thermal Glider.
Thermal Glider.
Yeah, and Zella Ilvek.
Zella Ilvek is nuts.
Shadow is
Do?
one of the greatest keywords.
Shadow
It is a
1/1.
block code
If it's
in one
unblocked,
damage target creature.
yeah.
Whoa!
Ping something.
And if you do,
If you
it
do,
does
deal
no damage.
Okay, sure.
I don't know if this list is playing Bone Splitters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bone Splitter on your Shadow guy
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Ash
sorry.
Barons.
There's also a 3-mana Kithkin Scout, I think, which is also a rebel, which has
there
Intimidate.
is.
Non-keyworded Intimidate.
Non-keyword intimidate.
It's pre-intimidate.
It's pre-intimidate.
Why, yeah.
It's templated as can only be blocked by white creatures or artifact creatures.
Yeah, so
Okay.
this was after when they had what was the other one? The one that's only blocked by black
Fear.
or artifact Fear.
Yeah.
And they were like, we want fear in other colours where it's not just black.
This was
So they were like, we'll just write it down, and they're like, we should probably keyword that.
It was
We
a-
created an actual
it
keyword.
was a Time Spiral card. Memory says there were rebels in Time Spiral.
Yep,
Um,
there
Yes,
were loads.
Time
Yeah,
Spiral
because there's a
Rebels,
bunch
yeah.
of future sight stuff for it as well. Yeah, they were like a tribe in that set as well.
Yeah.
So.
sweet,
Also,
sweet
a
tribe.
draft archetype in the first Modern Masters.
Yes, and it was great.
It was the
I
best
remember-
draft archetype in the first Modern Masters.
No, it wasn't. Do you know what was the best draft archetype in the first Modern Masters? Rebels. Because it had full support.
That's
all
what
of the
we're.
way
That's
through.
what we're talking about.
That's what we literally just said.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't just Kithkin. It was full of all of.
We're
the
talking about rebels.
Yeah, but you were like, I thought you meant Kithkin with the best.
No,
support.
Rebels.
I was like, what? Why
No,
would Kithkin be
rebels.
the best?
Rebels were the
Yeah,
best
they,
archetype.
oh my god! Do you not remember that draft we did in Starwin, when Carl drafted Rebels and we all got
Yes,
to just live
Carl
through
drafted
misery?
Rebel, and we all got to just hate ourselves.
And you
I
just
remember I
drafted
drafted
the Affinity Jack. What all you
No,
did?
that was
oh, no, it
Toby.
was Toby.
So I drafted green white. Look, I got a Tarmogoyf and didn't win a single game. But look, I got a Tarmogoyf.
And Richard Justin just gave you his binder.
Yes, Richard was like, do you want a standard control deck?
He wanted to store. It was like anyone ever Tarmogoyf. It was like me, and he was like, all of these cards, which was like £200 on release weekend.
Actually, the worst Tarmogoyf I've ever, the worst card I've ever opened, because this was the day before, the weekend before we went to a PTQ in
Yeah.
Chelmsford. I'd been tested with red green aggro for months,
And then on
and
the
then
Friday,
someone
I
traded
played
me a blue white control deck, and I was like, sweet, I get to play control.
No.
I sucked.
in Chelmsford. You played Miracles
I played Esper Miracles.
because I played Jeskai Miracles with 20 miracles in it.
I played Esper Miracles with my miracles consisting
You
entirely
have-
of Terminus and Treat the Angels.
I won a game on turn 2 in a deck playing 20 miracles.
Nice.
So I went turn 1, tapped, Hallowed Fountain, go. My opponent went. Oh no, my opponent went first or something like that. I can't remember. And he goes, Champion, go. Yeah, no, I went first. And I play Glacier Fortress, go. And he's like, that's it.
Okay.
I have 2 lands in play. And my opponent taps pay 2, Burning Tree Emissary, Burning Tree Emissary, Burning Tree Emissary, Burning Tree Emissary, Mare of Attlebrook. And I went,
Hit you for a million.
Woo! Thought Scour you? Terminus? My opponent conceded.
Wow, done it.
I was like, everyone's like, oh, you should Thought Scour yourself. And I was like, no. Because I know for a fact that if I do that, the top 2 cards will both be Terminus, and the next card's going to be like Bonfire of the Damned, and I have no red mana. It's like, I nearly played it at that PTQ. That was my first PTQ, and I came 9th.
Really?
Yeah, I played
Nice.
mono red.
Not bad.
I played against Naya Humans in the first round, played Stormcloak Noble, and my opponent hit the head table with his head. Because he went, wow, I can't beat that.
So
And then the next game, he paid 4 life to play a Flint Hoof Boar, and I put a Volcanic Anger on it and gave it Mountain Walk. And was like, alright. He's got Mountain Walk now.
to put it in perspective, not only have you physically had somebody hurt themselves whilst playing, you've had somebody emotionally break whilst playing.
Well, he just did that thing where it's like, no, he hit his hand, he's like, it's all humans, and I just played a 1-1 that he couldn't block, and then played 2 more. It's like,
They all slowly
racing.
grew.
You just attack. It's like, they don't have pro-humans, but you're just hitting them and bolting your opponent. Kill your guy, 7. Kill your guy, 10. Pillar of Flame you.
Pillar of Flame.
I mean, you know what? I beat
Fantastic
Banner
magic card.
Hexproof playing mono red twice that day because I played Magma Quake in my sideboard.
Love my.
So I got to live the dream. They had like Geist of St. Traft and another guy, and it was like, I'll put a thing, and in response, everything takes 2. And they're like, okay, and it's like my Hell Rider and my Stormcloak Noble both survive. Pyreheart Wolf comes back. And they're like, what? What is this? And you're like, my deck's better than yours. I lost to a green-white deck, which was already a bad matchup because they just have infinitely better creatures, who was splashing black just for Vault of the Archangel.
Nice.
It's like,
Love it.
not only is your deck better with Advent of the Worm and like the 2-mana make a 3/3 and Lockstone Smiter, they all have lifelink now. And Death Touch.
Yeah.
Great!
There's physically nothing you can do to win this game.
Maybe I'll draw Thunderbolt Hellkite.
I've been in that
my
position.
deck.
I've been in that position with red decks. It's like, oh great, I've got this is turn 5 and there's nothing that I can do to
That
win.
happened, I think I played you many times with the green-white deck in Theros Standard, where it was just like, I'm going to play a 1/1. It's like, cool, I'm going to play a 3/3.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll play a 3/3. Here's a 5/5.
It was worse. In Karn Standard, I was playing mono red, and you just lose on turn 4 sometimes. You're like, Siege Rhino. Oh, great. Yep. Can't beat a 4/5. No way. No physical way I can beat a 4/5.
That was
When
where
we started main decking multiple roasts, just because that one matchup was
I
absolutely...
gave up playing mono in that format. That was
I
the
played-
first time I ever sat there and went, do you know what? Nope.
I
I'm
played
gonna
Harness
go-
by Force in my sideboard because most of the time you can get them low enough. But they have a Siege Runner. You play like Goblin Heel Cutter. Like you can get a couple of swings in while they don't realise that you have to kill the Goblin Heel Cutter.
Yeah.
And then you get them to fairly low, and you go, "I've got 6 mana. You got 2. You got two Siege Runners there. You're on like 9. I've got a 1/1. I'm gonna borrow those and punch you to die." It was great.
I just started playing Savage
steal your
Knuckle
crap.
Blades and
Steal.
turn 2 Rabble Masters. Richard Justin
Rabble
used to get
Masters.
really annoyed at being the
Yeah.
I have to
Someone
block
told me
that Savage
to turn
Knuckle
2
Blade
Rabble
with my
Masters,
Siege
so-
Rhino. That's a 4/4 for now.
It's a 4/4, but now it's gonna be a 6/6.
Okay, I'll kill it.
Oh.
Alright, it's back in my hand.
That's fucking my hand. This is the deck.
Really
that
good heroes
supported-
downfall.
This is the deck that supported the 7 mana deal 2 damage to a person with Pauper or
Six
Savage Knuckle Blade.
mana.
6
So
mana.
it's
No,
6
7
damage.
7 mana if you want to deal 7, because you cast it, give it haste, hit them for 4, bounce it to your hand.
So the combo was you could play it, bounce it, play it.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah.
Combo.
That's a
I
solid combo.
killed Kimmy with that so many times where he was on like 4, and I'd just be like, he's like, why? You could just attack me. No, I could, or I could pay 12 mana. It's like, do you have a counterspell? Do you have a counterspell? He's like, yeah, because I went to 2 instead. Oh, I so nearly played that at GP, and I'm so glad I didn't.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have nearly made day 2. I wouldn't have lost to drawing 6 edicts in a row at 2 Milans.
Wow.
You just
Covering the table properly.
Yeah.
There's just this one edge that was... It was
You
drove
boys,
me a bit
you boys run a poor ship with this tablecloth and not properly.
that's not down to us.
See, now... See,
I'm just an external contractor.
It's all on you.
I'm
Bring
not
you
even
in to
get-
do some streams.
I'm not even getting paid.
Aw.
No, we're not getting paid.
Right, I'm going to go outside and I'm also going to check how long's on the round.
Yes,
you
please do.
should have around about 10 minutes. Or less, slightly less. But welcome to Morse code.
Morse
No,
code.
we're
It's
not doing
fantastic.
That's a thing.
Morse code.
We're not
It's
doing
brilliant.
They came up with it.
Well,
I was going to go with more information.
I didn't come up with it.
What can I say? I'm a man of many talents. Missing fogs, coming up with terrible puns.
I feel like we should probably talk about Boggles. Have we talked
Yeah.
about Boggles?
We can do.
Tell us about Boggles.
About Boggles. So where to begin? It was the first modern deck I ever built. I then unfortunately had to sell it, so I was very sad to see it go. So this year, when I found out there were regular Pauper events and it wasn't crazy to get into, I think I spent about 30 quid in total to get everything, and that's including like those £5 Utopia scrolls. My God, they're expensive. I just had to build it because I love that style of completely interactive Magic, where your opponent gets to have a say in exactly what happens if they don't have a card that says, hey, sacrifice a creature. It's fun, right? Interactive.
In fun interactive games of Magic the Gathering. They are indeed.
I played Burn, I played Boggles,
Yeah.
Heroic in Standard way back when. Oh, that was a fun
The
deck.
same,
I was
the
tempted-
same standard that me and George, that we were all just talking about.
Oh, I was really tempted to go between either Heroic or Pauper, or in Pauper, or Boggles in Pauper.
I like Heroic. I built... My first Pauper deck was Mono Red Heroic. abusing a Crone Crusader.
Yes.
So 1/1 1/1, heroic trigger. Whenever you target it with a spell, it poops out a 1/1 with haste.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, your entire game plan, right? You play Foundry Street Denizen because that card is amazing. And you play a Crone Crusader, and then your entire game plan is like Mutagenic Growth it, Apostle's Blessing it to make it stay alive, Gut Shot it because you're giving it +2/+2, make a whole bunch of little aggro idiots and punch your opponent really hard in the face with them. Absolutely terrible, completely unplayable.
When Heroic was in Standard, there was an infinite combo with that and was it Springleaf Drum? I'm assuming there's a reason it's not in Pauper, because if that combo was in Pauper, it was literally a 2-card and any one of a host of creatures combo that allowed you to go infinite and swing with an infinite board. Essentially,
sure.
it was...
Was it Retraction Helix?
Retraction Helix...
So this is a combo that does exist in Pauper. You can play Impact Tremors, which is a 2-mana enchantment, which whenever a creature comes into play, deal damage. Each opponent loses 1 life or takes 1 damage.
Deal 1 damage.
Deal 1 damage. You play Ornithopter.
Yep.
And you play Retraction Helix, which is when you target a creature, this creature taps to bounce a permanent.
I believe so.
And then you play...
Midnight Guard.
So Midnight Guard would work, I think it's called Mirren Spy. It's
Mirror and Spy also works.
So you play Mirren Spy because it's in blue, and hence you have to splash even more colours.
True.
You then play various sort of counter magic. You can play Banishing Knack is an additional copy of the card Retraction Helix.
Yeah.
There's
the combo being Mirror and Spy says whenever you cast an artifact, you untap it. So you give it the ability to just tap and bounce an artifact, and you have Impact Tremors in play. So you cast Ornithopter. It'll deal 1 damage to your opponent. You'll tap your Spy, bounce your Ornithopter, cast your Ornithopter, which will untap the Spy. Ornithopter deal 1 damage to your opponent, tap the Spy, win the game. Which is very similar to the Presence of Gond combo.
I would say substantially worse than the Presence of Gond combo.
Hell of a lot worse, hell of a lot more bits. The Presence of Gond combo being that and Midnight Guard, which is... So Presence of Gond is 3-mana enchantment, gives a creature tap, make a dude. Midnight Guard is whenever a dude comes into play, untap it. So you just basically go, I have this many dudes.
Look at my Splinter Twin.
Look at my Splinter Twin. Your opponent goes, look at my Electrolyze, and then you sad.
Electrickery, I think was the card.
Electrickery, not Electrolyze. You always get those two confused.
There's also the advantage of the Impact Tremors Ornithopter deck, though, is that you have multiple combo pieces. So you have Banishing Knack, Contracting Helix, you have Mirror and Spy, and there's a Golem from Mirrodin, which is something like a 3/2 for 3 that doesn't untap during your upkeep, but untaps whenever an artifact, or doesn't untap during your untap step, but untaps whenever an artifact enters the battlefield.
That works as well.
Which works as well. So you have 8 of those bits. Sorry, Alex, making trying to find cards from hideously bad descriptions. And then, yeah, I don't know. You can play Ornithopter. And I think there's another 0-mana. So Phyrexian, one of like Phyrexian something like that.
It's Phyrexian something. It's a 0-mana 0.
Yeah.
3 or something.
And then I'm not sure if there's another way to win other than Impact Tremors, but I'm sure there is. I'm sure some bright person out there could tell me that there was another way of winning.
I was going to say the I can't remember what the other thing was with the Crone Crusader version, but essentially all the tokens that are created by a Crone Crusader are hasty 1/1s.
Yeah.
So originally the combo with that one was, I believe it was whenever it was targeted by a spell, it created a 1/1, and then essentially you'd make infinite 1/1s, but I can't quite remember how.
I don't know how either.
I remember this combo being a thing. I certainly remember it being a thing.
The other version of Mirror and Spy is this chap, who is
Thank you,
called
Alex.
Battered Golem.
Battered Golem.
He's not a good magic card.
He is
Do not play Battered
trash.
Golem, kids.
He is a 3-mana 3/2 that doesn't untap in your untap step, but whenever an artifact comes into play, you can untap him.
Did I nail it? Do I remember the terrible card?
That's the terrible card. The other one, of course, being Mirror and Spy, which is this chap here, which you won't be able to see because cameras suck.
Oh.
And what was the other spell that was like Retraction
So,
Helix?
Banishing Knack, which is single blue, the creature target creature can now
Until end
tap
of turn,
to bounce.
target creature gains tap, return, target non-land power to its own hand. It's a comment from Eventide, which looks something like that. You can see the artwork.
There's also quite cool runes and
Sort
stuff.
of.
It's nice art. I
Yeah,
quite
it's
like that.
fantastic artwork.
But yeah, terrible cards. Don't play
Terrible,
them.
terrible piles of garbage. But yeah, if you can assemble them all into a fancy little line, they do a thing.
I mean, I tried really hard to assemble my 4-card combo just now, and it did not work well.
Yeah,
So
I've tried 4-card combos before. I built Aristocrats in Pauper when Falcon Wrath Noble became Pauper legal.
powerful stuff.
Powerful stuff, yeah. So you got a 4-mana 2/2. So whenever a thing dies, you gain they lose life, you gain a life. It's like a Blood Artist, but common. Then you've got a 2/2 with Persist. You've got Ivy Lane Denizen, which is a 3-mana 2/2 that says whenever a green creature comes into play, you can put a counter on it. So your combo is already 2 4-drops and a 2-drop, and then you have a Viscera Seer. So for 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 CMCs worth of creatures,
A mere 11.
a
teams.
mere 11 CMCs worth of creatures, a 4-mana 2/2, another 4-mana 2/2, a 1-mana 1/1, and a 2-mana 2/2 with Persist, or a 3-mana something with Persist. So you can even make it 12 mana. You can do a mediocre thing.
Right, through you go, lads.
Alright.
Cool. Thank you very much.
And here you go, Adam.
More Fanta for me.
I remember why the combo doesn't work without Jeskai Ascendancy.
Oh,
In
just go
standard, that's
to.
the part that was needed.
This table needs to be rotated, please.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, let's see. Colin Patrick.
Oh, how long do we want to commentate for? Yeah, oh no, let's do it because I know what Colin's on. That's fine.
Colin Patrick.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chris, making his usual appearance on stream.
Hello to Rolls3, by the way.
Hello.
Any message so far? If you do have any messages, by the way, or questions,
If you have
Feel
any
free-
questions,
feel free to
for-
spam us.
you have
We'll
any
be-
questions,
We'll be perfectly happy to answer any and all questions, so long as they're not about Pauper. We don't know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that doesn't work on info.
No.
You have to do it on Gatherer.
It's fine. I looked it up on my phone. We were talking about terrible Pauper combos.
There's so many.
There are so many.
So, do you want to take a guess on? Oh yeah, fancy transition.
Fancy.
How can I slow it down?
Whoa. Like it.
It's gonna
Excellent.
be like, what have you done?
We have screwed all of Elliot's cool things up.
No, I'm pretty sure it saves it to the presentation, so
Oh.
it's only going to affect this stream.
Fair enough. So we've got Colin